Hey, it's Brittany again, and I want to answer another question that people usually have about post-crossing, and that's, is post-crossing safe? A lot of people see that, you put your name on there, you put your address on there, and that can be a little scary, especially now in the age of data breaches and information misuse. By the nature of the project, this means that you do need an address to receive mail at, which means you need an address you're comfortable sharing with people. I wouldn't worry too much though, because there are a lot of steps in place to help post-crossing protect your address and make sure it's not going to be abused for spam or anything else. So how does post-crossing protect you? The first thing, as I'm sure you'll notice when you first register, is that you can only begin by sending 5 cards at a single time. This is to prevent people who want to abuse the system from joining and quickly gathering a lot of addresses. By making people wait for addresses and by making people work for the ability to have more addresses, this helps to weed out people who might take advantage of receiving said addresses. The second way post-crossing protects you is through a very responsive set of admins and mods who, even when I've had different issues, are really quick at responding and usually fixing any problems I might have. The third way post-crossing really makes sure you're protected is by never showing your address. You'll notice on postcard pages and on public profiles that the path a postcard has taken and the mailbox the person has are shown on the map. This is never an exact distance, this is never exactly to anyone's address. These maps are calculated using the geographic center of the city of a person's address. What I mean by that is, I technically live in the countryside in the middle of nowhere in rural Minnesota. The town on my postal address is actually about 7-8 miles away from where I live. But on my profile and on the card maps that people see if you click specifically on a card ID, people see it as going to the town that I'm from. Even though that town is 8 miles away, that's the town my post address is related to. So that's where I show up on a map. So when all's said and done, if you're still feeling like you maybe don't want to put your real name or your real address on the site, that's okay, and there are still ways you can participate in post-crossing. If you don't want to use your real name, but you might want to use your address, it's a-okay for you to put a pseudonym or just your username in place of your real name on your address. That's a very, very easy thing to do, and it does help offer another layer of privacy. Another way you might choose to protect your information or privacy is by using a post office box. Now these do cost a little bit of money, and I'm not sure exactly what the needs are in other countries, but in the United States you can usually rent a post office box for around $100 at your local post office, and this is a much more anonymous address. It's usually just P.O. Box, number, and then it'll be that town, that state, that zip code. So hopefully this was a little bit reassuring. I obviously think post-crossing is safe because I'm doing it and I'm having fun doing it. But if you're worried, like I said, there's things you can do to protect your privacy a little bit more. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in another video.